Hey everyone. Last time on my video I explained to you that I was going to be opening some beater boxes, which I'm going to do fairly soon. And I mentioned the reason I wanted to get them was to challenge myself to learn how to be more creative. I also mentioned I was going to show you my kuxa, my finished kuxa, but the rope I was working on, I just didn't like it with the kuxa, so I'm going to be starting that all over again at some point in time. But getting back to the bead boxes, the bead subscription boxes, I decided that I need to try and challenge myself to be more creative. Like I've got technical skills. There's no question. I'll show you some of the stuff that I have done. You know, all kinds of different things with peyote, which, by the way, I'm going to be showing you how to do pretty much all of these sorts of things. I'll dig out a few of my other little projects just to show. I mean, I don't lack technical skills, so I just make sure that those are going to be in frame. Working with my regular camera now, so a little bit better to work with, but you know, I have technical skills. I can do all kinds of different things. I can do three-dimensional stuff. I'll get those out of the way, but it's not difficult for me to do sort of more technical things. I've got those skills. I'll show you a few more things that I have been working on. I've been using Kate McKinnon's, I think probably this could be upside down unless I show it this way, but Kate McKinnon's Contemporary Geometric Beadwork. That's one of the books I've been utilizing. And then also this book, let me go out a little bit, but Thimble Catchers. That's another book, but with Kate's book, again, I can follow all of the technical instructions, no problems, and make something pretty cool. This is also something I'm in the midst of working on right now, is another one of her bangles. I've totally gotten into doing stuff in terms of the beaded amulet bags. So I'm doing things like this. They're pretty cool. I love having an opportunity to be able to do functional beadwork like this. I love it. And then I mixed that up with a little bit of Kate's sort of design work with these the little beaded amulet bag sorts of things. This one's not quite finished just yet, but you know, so those technical skills are there. I don't have to worry about that. But it's trying to be creative. That seems to be my challenge. Now, it's not that I can't be creative. This one here, for example, that's entirely my design. It's very simplistic, and that's fine. I'm good with the simplistic stuff, but I want to probably start with things that are very simple, just to kind of get my mind moving a little bit, and then try to move on to more impressive and complicated things. Okay, so onto the bead boxes, and I'm going to start with the bead box. This one I got their May edition, and so many people have gotten this already and done reviews on it. And this is not the one that I'll probably do the challenge with, but on some of them I probably will. But I'll just quickly open it up and show you what is in it. So you get this great little letter, and then on the other side they tell you exactly what is in the box. So I'll move that out of the way. In fact, I'll just move the box and pull everything out here. So I just find that all of these little things that they've got in their box, I think that's pretty cool. A lot of strands of stuff. Let me just pull out the description here, so I can maybe tell you what we've got here. So these are 22 by 16 millimeter check glass petals. This is a fire polished blue opal. These are 12 millimeter check glass stars. It's a rose luster. That's pretty. These apparently are mushroom beads. I'll have to pull them apart. They're pretty cool looking things. I could probably figure out something to do with those. Got some nice silk cord here. This is a 14 millimeter Swarovski flat back crystal. I like these. That is pretty easy for me to do stuff with. And then we've got these are hand cut crystals that are dyed, I believe. And then little tiny hearts. This is a really cool looking little flower of some sort. More crystals. Those are pretty cool. Some little birds. Those are all interesting. Let's move this stuff out of the way because I'm getting crowded here. Get those out of the screen. Looks like some caps. Let's have a look and see what that is. What does it say? Yeah, bead caps. More little crystals. These things are amazing. Those are just incredibly beautiful. And then some bead stringing wire. So that's a lot of cool stuff in there. And I'm sure that I can use all of these things at some point in time in the future of some sort of challenge. So I'll get rid of these guys, and then I'll show you the other one from Blueberry Cove. And this is the one, the Blueberry Cove is the one that I'm sort of excited about because, well, first of all, it comes from Canada, and that's the little box that it comes from. It's quite interesting how when I've seen people do reviews on all the other bead box subscriptions, how they say, wow, that box is really small. And these are both pretty small, and that's cool. It's fine. But they pack a lot of stuff into it, which is pretty cool. So I'll show you what they've got here. This is really neat. So first of all, they send you this little postcard inside the box. That's the first thing that you see. And it gives you a clue as to what it's all about. And then it tells you about the contents of the box and the inspiration here, which is pretty cool. And then you'll see down here, it says the challenge. Win your next box free this month. Make a necklace fit for a noblewoman. So I'm already past the May challenge, I'm sure, but I'm still going to try and do that just to get the practice in of being able to become creative. So that's that, and then it inside is this little silk bag. And just move out a tiny bit because I think I'm probably a little bit too close to the camera there. So really cool little wooden whatever it is, I don't know. And then there's all the cool things inside the little black silk bag here, which is pretty neat. So I'm going to just dump those out. And yes, by the way, I have already opened this. Let's move them off to the side and show you one at a time, I guess, somewhat. So these are pretty cool little stone beads right here. There we go. So these are pretty cool little stone beads here. Or they look like stone. I like those. That's an intriguing kind of color for me, along with the other ones that I see. So that's pretty neat. These beads here, they're pretty oddly shaped. I'm not sure that these truly are meant to be the best quality beads. There's so many of them in each of the bags here. Some of them, they're definitely not a regular shape. They're not, you know, like there's odd shapes in there. They're all not consistent in size and stuff like that, which is, that's okay. That's fine. I don't think that they're meant to be that type of seed bead anyway, but they're kind of cool. I like the color combination. What else did they put in here? Those are pretty cool. Those little sort of tube bead kind of things there. That's really neat. I like that. Excuse me. All right, get those out of the way. And then we've got, these are really kind of interesting little iridescent looking beads. Fascinating color. Some other little charm things. I can't remember the name of these, what you call them, but they're little goddess kind of things. Those are pretty cool. That is really, really interesting. I think I can do something pretty cool with that. Probably a lot of glare in there on the camera, but I'm in a bit of a hurry today, so I'm not going to pop things open. I can do that when I start working with this stuff. Again, some more cool little sort of charm-like things. Those are going to be interesting to work with, I must admit. Some more of these little barrel-type tube beads. That's pretty cool. And leaves. I am a total fiend for things that have leaves on them. There's a scarab beetle in here. That's pretty cool. Definitely can do cool things with that. And these I love. These are amazing. I think those are so cool. Can't wait to try out something with those. I love all of the colors. And then I'll get rid of those and pull out the stringed beads, because those are pretty cool. So I love these color combinations. I think they're incredible. I think these are Heshi beads. These ones, I think they're pretty amazing. And then we got some nice, this is probably dyed jade or something like that, but those are pretty cool. So that's what's in this month's subscription box with the Blueberry Cove. And both of them are really cool. I have to admit that the Blueberry Cove theme one is just, it's my favorite. I really think that this is going to be something that will help to stimulate some real creativity in me. I'm not really into like Egyptian-y kind of stuff. I'm just not into it, but it's more the beads and the colors that I really like the shapes and colors and stuff like that are pretty cool. So I think I should be able to do something good with this, or interesting to say the least. But I wanted to talk a tiny little bit about some pros and cons of both of these, I guess. The cons that I have with the Blueberry Cove are, they're almost, I don't know, I guess they're almost a non-issue, to be honest. But just if I had to come up with something that I wasn't crazy about, is the fact that it's sold here in Canada and it's US prices, which is not a major deal. You know, you can certainly convert them and whatnot, but it's just convenient to maybe show both prices. But they obviously have a reason for doing it that way, and maybe that's where their major market is, and that's fine. But the one thing that I did find that I wasn't crazy about is that ordering, I really like to use PayPal, but on this I had to use a credit card. I'm not keen on doing that, to be perfectly honest with you. But again, it may be the only thing that they have available for them, whatever. But I think that if they were to able to get PayPal on their site, I'd be really, really happy. I would be probably just using them only for a subscription box. So that's the only thing that I would have to say that is a bit negative, and even that, it's not negative. It's like I say, it's not an issue. It's just more a matter of convenience and me being whiny about it, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, I really love the Blueberry Cove stuff. I'm super excited about getting this month's box. I got the May box almost 3/4 of the way through the month. She still sent it out, which I thought was brilliant. I really appreciated that she did that. In fact, she emailed me and said, do you want the May box or do you want to wait till June? And I said, no, I want the May box because I can't really wait. I'm too excited. And so, of course, she sent that out. She's just awesome. And then the dollar bead box, coming back to this one, excuse me. Again, U.S. prices, but then it comes from the United States. And they did have PayPal, which is awesome. Really loved that they had PayPal. And I guess the only thing that can be a little bit of a pain with this one is that it's got to go through Canadian customs. However, I ordered this almost the same time as Blueberry Cove, and of course Canada is a pretty huge country. This managed to show up pretty much the same day that the Blueberry Cove one did, so I expected Blueberry Cove one to be a significant amount of time, because from one end of the country to the other, it does take up a lot of time. Sometimes you can wait a few weeks, which is not a major hassle. But I do love the dollar bead box because I can pay by PayPal for it. So I've signed up for a 6-month subscription for these guys as well as Blueberry Cove, and that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's my review. I am not going to be doing my challenge today. Like I say, I'm pretty sick and I'm also quite busy too. So I will make that my next video to do a challenge of some sort with the Blueberry Cove box. Okay, well, I will see you on the next video.